Okay? You're supposed to beat me.
The Hand of Grace is a home and community-based organization.
I am not.
So we service individuals that are intellectually, developmentally delayed.
All right, what do you do?
I've just had a passion and desire to help individuals that want to gain independence and be able to sustain and live their life as fully as they can.
You have to draw two. You only drew one.
I wanted to start my business back in 2016.
Sorry, Richard.
It literally took me 3 years, but I still needed funds. And I found out about the Chicanos Por La Causa and their programs. And being a small business and a minority, I said, let me see what they can do and how we can get to the next level.
No, you can't do that though. Why? What color?
We have 2 active grants. One is a community economic development grant. The second grant is a social enterprise grant, and this grant allows Chicanos Por La Causa, through our lending arm Préstamos, to be able to provide assistance to other nonprofits, other small businesses that need additional support in expanding their reach.
So we haven't worked with just social enterprises before, so there was a big learning curve that we had in terms of learning what a social enterprise was and how exactly to serve that portion of businesses or organizations. We overcame it by sitting down with people like Gracelyn and asking, what do you need? What can we help you with?
Thank you.
They have office incubators, so I was able to come in and do interviews because I had no space. I had nowhere to go. Where was I going to train staff when we were going through the hiring process? They helped me put my hiring package together, so I probably would not be as far as I am today without their support.
Chicanos Por La Causa started in 1960s around the civil rights movements. Started with the young high school students that were looking for better education. That led to the formation of Chicanos Por La Causa in this particular neighborhood where we have been for the past 51 years.
So I'm gonna name a career.
Gracelyn came in the beginning when we were still formulating the program, so she's actually been really integral in helping us figure out exactly what the clients that we're trying to serve need as part of this program.
G, mail carrier.
And the goal is really for job creation, that the job creation would be geared towards low to moderate income individuals that have higher level of poverty, formerly incarcerated, maybe they're first generation here in the United States, anybody that's experiencing a barrier to employment.
B, electrician.
I know what that is.
Do you know what that one is?
A plumber.
We provide 6 services. 3 of them are what we call direct care services.
Dancer.
I also offer 3 employment services. The first one is what we call transition to employment. This is for individuals that's preparing to get into the work field. So we'll teach them job readiness skills, how to search for a job, how to interview, write resumes, and we do job coaching and job searching and job development.
I won!
A lot of the challenges that our small businesses in our communities face is access to capital, low interest capital. Banks don't want to invest in startup companies, and so we become that help. We're sometimes the last resort.
It's crucial, especially for individuals such as myself, where we don't have the leverage and the funds to do the things that we need to do.
For an aspiring grantee, I would recommend that as you're going through the grant writing process to actually engage the people that are going to be working on the front lines with the recipients or the clients so that you can have a really solid understanding of how the program can actually operate. So getting input from the bottom all the way to the top. So you really have a robust understanding of how to utilize the fund dollars and how to create your proposal around what's actually going to benefit the clients. If you have a grant and you're struggling, whatever the reason might be, reach out to the granting authority and ask to get in touch with other grant recipients. They really like sharing what they've learned, and ask them how they're implementing or how they're overcoming challenges and make it a dialogue, and it might be a collaboration opportunity as well.
I just hired 3 people, so we're growing.
Advice I'd give to another community development corporation that's seeking the Community Economic Development Grant is don't give up. Find out where you scored low, that information is accessible to you. Find a great grant writer. You can request a support letter or work with the more experienced CDC, and that's always very helpful. And I don't think a lot of CDCs understand that that is available and that is accessible.
What other needs do you have in terms of services that we offer that we might be able to help you with?
It would be more technical support. I need some assistance in making
I think
sure
it's very important to be able to treat people with dignity and respect. And we expect that for us, and we deliver that to the community that we serve. This makes me emotional because the community looks to CPLC to provide, services for a lot of times everything that is not available in their communities. People spend their last $5 to come to our offices to seek for assistance. It touches my heart because, a lot of folks, all they're asking for is just a little bit of assistance, and the community deserves better.
you're going to run into some closed doors sometimes, and things may not go the way you want, and it does take time and dedication. So it was a lot of days where I was wore down, broke down. I got back up the next day and, get up, dress up, and keep going.